The first attempt at a central bank only lasted 20 years and we shut it down. But the bankers tried again against Old Hickory President Andrew Jackson.
You are a den of vipers and thieves. I intend to rout you out, and by the eternal God, I will rout you out.
After surviving an assassination attempt, Jackson finally defeated the bank in 1836. When asked what was the greatest accomplishment in his life, Old Hickory replied,
I killed the bank.
And those were his last words. I killed the bank. And with real money backed with real gold, our country experienced the greatest boom in any nation's history. Oh, it was beautiful, pal. But the bankers, greedy for more power and wealth, were concocting their most ambitious plan yet to once and for all take control of the finances of the United States. In 1910, a secret meeting was held at the J.P. Morgan estate on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. This meeting was so secretive, so concealed from government and public knowledge that the 10 attendees used code names.
I am clearly the richest man, so I should be the one to run the super-secret central bank. I own all the oil in America. I'm clearly richer than you will ever be, hula girl. I should run the super-secret central bank. You're nothing compared to me, lube job. I shall run the secret bank.
Silence!
Supreme Master Leader, I didn't know you were gonna be here.
I'm not. Neither are you, dumbass.
Oh, yeah, right. He's so smart.
None of you shall run the bank. We have failed in the past because of openness. This time, the key to success is secrecy. The people must believe that they run the bank.
Yes, brilliant! A sneak attack. What's the plan?
We first create panic, then we show them the solution. With our man in office and well-planned timing, we will have our central bank. And so the people think it is theirs. We shall christen it Federal. The Federal Reserve.
They struck on December 23rd, 1913. When most of our Congress were at home eating fruitcake, these bastards, I mean bankers, presented their treasonous act to their newly elected accomplice, Woodrow Wilson, who had fortuitously already agreed to sign it before he was even elected.
Wait, the IRS? I thought we always had the IRS.
No, pal. They did this to us too. The Fed now has the exclusive power to print America's money. They loan this money to our banks and our government at interest, putting immediate debt on our own money, printing more and more, so each dollar they print becomes worth less than the one before. Merry Christmas. What in the hell is that? That, pal, is how our government now must pay back these debts to the Fed. Your taxes do not go to your government.
They don't?
It's the greatest theft in human history.
But... Oh, okay, I mean, I sort of get what you're saying, but it's all so confusing. And really, Hartman, I don't see how it affects me at all. If I had more money, none of this would have happened. Hartman? 1955? Wow, what are we doing here?
Oh, a little bit of shopping. Here, hold this. Gallon of gas, 23 cents. Postage stamp, 3 cents. Ounce of gold, $35. Hot baby, priceless. Best be getting back.
Hey, Hartman! I need my car, man!
Oh, was that my gold, Jay?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Now, pal, would you agree that you have the same exact things you had in 1955?
Yeah, 1 stamp, 1 gallon of gas, 1 ounce of gold, and 1 home. Wow, we just made a lot of money.
Right.
Gotta pay your taxes. Bet it's nice to have made all that money.
Wait, that isn't fair. Now I actually have less money. I can't even go buy the things I just sold.
The IRS and the Fed's inflation work together, pal. They aren't just taxing gain, they are taxing their inflation. You are no richer than you were in 1955. Now, does that sound fair or American to you?
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't hate taxes? I hate the IRS anyway.
Pal, the higher they make the inflation, the more your money they take. It's thievery. You're not paying taxes on any more. You are paying taxes on the same, and now you have less. They take our property away right in front of our eyes, just like Thomas Jefferson said they would.
What's that?
Oh, I found him! Quick, my sword!
What sword?
We don't need your banking machine. I'll condemn you to die, damn it. Die! Pile! The Yankee bogey on my 9. Take him at his knees!
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence.
What's happening? Where am I?
I believe perhaps you understand now, pal, but you are afraid.
JFK. Hartman, what does this have to do with my house and my dog? Oh, okay, that's enough. I want to go home now.
This is the last president to stand up to the Fed. You must see. On June 4, 1963, President Kennedy signed Executive Order 11110. This executive order empowered the U.S. Treasury to issue real money without the Fed. It would have worked. Kennedy's plan to dismantle the Federal Reserve machine had begun. But 6 months later, John F. Kennedy went to Dallas and never returned.
No way. No way they could do that.
The new president, Lyndon Johnson, threw out Kennedy's order. And since JFK, no president has dared confront the secret powers behind the Federal Reserve. They consolidate bigger and bigger banks, print more and more money, accountable to no one, decimating our nation's wealth for the benefit of a few.
Why? Why do this? If they hurt us, it hurts the global bankers too.
No, pal. They are protected. They are too big to fail.
But I'm not.
Those sons of bitches! Sons of bitches all.
Do you think gold is money?
No.
Red moon is rising and black sun is setting. Mankind regretting Wait until I seal the chosen for you. Let loose his rage. Who will be saved? Make straight his path. He's coming. He's coming. On that day of wrath. He's coming. He's coming. 'Cause Christ is coming back. The story has unfolded. Rightful land has won. Iron has been molded. Final war begun. We all know his name. We know his name. He is the firstborn son, and he has come. He will come. He'll come. Kingdom come. Kingdom come. Kingdom come. He'll rule with the rod of iron. He'll judge by the laws of God. So keep on that straight and narrow path.
Warning, track 6. Do not leave bags unattended.
Maybe you see something suspicious, but you don't want to get involved. It's nothing, you think. Can you be sure? If you see something, say something.
If you see something, say something. This looks like a movie, but it's a public service announcement. It's an attempt to induce a permanent state of fear and paranoia. Why, you ask? So you'll be frightened enough to hand over to the government willingly the few civil liberties you have left. Here to explain is syndicated columnist and good friend of the show, Jack Hunter. Jack, it's a pleasure. Welcome back to Freedom Watch. I'm chuckling a little bit because of the drama in there. Made it seem like it was a trailer for a movie, but that was made, produced, bought, sold, and distributed by taxpayer dollars. Somehow, Jack Hunter, Janet Napolitano, no relation, and the Department of Homeland Security seem to think that that kind of nonsense will keep us free as well as safe. What do you say?
Well, they say see something, say something. I see something. I see a national security state that is getting completely out of control. Look, after 9/11, it changed America. We know that. We have to stand on guard. We have to keep an eye out for people who are up to no good, who want to harm this country. But it did not need to change America in the sense that we become a police state. Do you want your snoopy neighbors, everybody around you, to be snitching on you, every little thing you do, anything they think looks suspicious? That's insane that in the United States of America we would live that way, and that our government encourages it.
Let me tell you what I fear, Jack. I fear that a state of affairs will develop here that existed in Eastern Europe at one time. It started out with, we want to be safe, we want to be secure, because they wanted to be kept safe from us. So if you see something, the West, if you see something wrong, say it. Then it got to, if your neighbor commits a crime, you're supposed to report it. Then it got to, if you don't report the crime of which you're aware, you commit a crime yourself. Then it got to, the government was prosecuting almost as many people for not reporting crimes as it was for actually committing crimes. Do we really want that kind of a society here?
No, we don't, and that's exactly the point, Judge. You know, the job of the government, federal government, state government, is to protect our liberties. To the extent that we do become, in a sense, a police state, where every individual, every citizen is a policeman of some sort, reporting on their neighbors, snitching on what they're doing, looking at what they're doing. I'm sorry, that is not the constitutional republic our founders intended. It's not. And yes, there's dangers out there, but we've gone a step too far. I'm sorry.
Is the attitude from the Department of Homeland Security under Janet Napolitano any different than it was under Tom Ridge or Michael Chertoff when the president was a Republican named George W. Bush?
Well, only in the sense that it keeps getting worse. This is a bipartisan effort to take away individual liberties and to live in a country that was nothing like what the founders intended. Is Janet Napolitano's plan for see something, say something worse than her predecessors? Yes, but I suspect the person after her will be worse, and so on and so on. That's the point. We're heading in the wrong direction when balancing our liberty against security. It's always in the direction of security at the expense of our liberties, and we cannot afford that.
Jack Hunter, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you, Judge.